Good morning. It is approximately 7:30. I am on the trail, been on trail for about 10 minutes or so. Just left camp. Too Clean is still packing up. I went ahead and left. I know he can catch up with me. Thought I heard him behind me, but nope. But I plan on hiking approximately 3 miles, not 30 miles, 3 miles to a water source, supposedly at least. I want to have breakfast there, make me some coffee. I haven't made coffee in a few days, so I'm looking forward to that. Maybe eating some oatmeal and getting my energy for the day. I have to do about 15 today. I tried to do, or I said I was going to do about 15 yesterday, 15, 16, or 16, 17, I don't remember what it was, but ended up stopping short just to hang out with Too Clean at camp. He wanted to stop at the last campsite, and so it was a good site though. You could see the lake or the reserve, whatever you want to call it. Had some good views, but I'm just gonna be pushing forward, making my way to Hiker Town. Hope to be in Hiker Town in a few days, and then after that I'll be making my way across the Mojave Desert following the LA Aqueduct. And so with all that said, I will talk to you again soon from the trail. Goodbye. Thank God for trail angels. Jackpot. That does not look good. Well, the looks of things, it seems to be a controlled burn. Good afternoon. It's about 12:30. Just had a good conversation with the fire chief. Yes, it was a controlled burn. Currently, I'm walking along a dirt road that leads back up to the PCT, and so the fire was along the PCT where they were burning, so I was unable to stay on trail. However, he said the road is not too far. Where it reaches a point, the trail crosses the road, and so I'm just hiking up that way. He also warned me about the sightings of rattlesnakes. There's been a lot of sightings of rattlesnakes. I could understand that. The grass has been along the trail pretty tall, and so that's why they are doing the controlled burn. I try to get some of that managed a bit. But he also told me something I did not expect, and that was there has been sightings of wolves in this area. I guess the wolves have made their way south from way up north, and they have been spotted in this area. And so that was like I said, I did not expect that. But as you can see behind me, the smoke from the fire, but it is all good. It's all protective measure to keep wildfires at bay. And so they do controlled burns to minimize the vegetation that may light from a careless hiker, camper, or anyone, maybe from a cigarette or whatever. But it's been a good day so far. I've pushed about 10, 11 miles so far. And so right now I'm heading uphill, going up the road. And so as you can see, way down there is the road I just crossed, the highway. And so I down there, Too Clean is trying to get a hitch into town. There's a smokehouse in town. He wants to have some barbecue. When I reached the road, I told him I didn't know this was the type of smokehouse you were talking about. And so we had a good laugh, but we're probably going to be parting ways unless for whatever reason he's able to catch up with me. He's probably not going to hike much more today, at least not with the full stomach full of barbecue, I wouldn't think. But I have about 5-6 more miles I think I want to do. I said 15 earlier, but I think it's going to be probably closer to 16, 17 by time my day is through. But with all that said, I'm going to keep on trucking on, making my way back to the trail and enjoy the day. So with all that said, I will talk to you soon from the trail. Goodbye. Back on the trail. Good evening. It is about 4:45. I am here at camp. I did 17.3 miles today. I made it here right, I don't know if you can see, right next to a stream. So I will have water for tonight and in the morning. I'm excited about that. Also, I have a nice place in the shade with my tent. And so looks like it's a good, flat, sandy spot. So not only is it going to be soft from the sand, but hopefully no lumps in the back. And so it's been a good day. Near the end of the day, however, I walked right by a bee's hive. And so as soon as I saw all the bees to my left, I took off running. I ran probably about a half a mile before I stopped. I don't know if they would have chased me or not. But I didn't want to take the chance and get lit up by a bunch of bees. So other than that, it's been pretty uneventful. Like I said, other than the fire this afternoon or earlier this morning, late this morning. But right now I am parked semi close to a road. It doesn't look like it's a busy road, and so I'm hoping there won't be a ton of traffic tonight. I mean, it's off a little bit in the distance, but it's still there. I can't see it, but I know it's there. And so I am going to just hunker down and make me something to eat in a moment, get ready for bed, and then get some rest. So with all that said, I will talk to you again soon from the trail. Good night. Good morning. It is about 8:30. I've been on the trail for approximately an hour. I am approaching a road which I plan to stop and have breakfast. Have a fantastic view. I'm assuming the view will be from the road as well. Check it out. I can look down and see across the Mojave Desert, which I will be crossing in a couple of days. And so I don't know if I'm looking forward to it or if I'm dreading it. I'll let you know soon. But other than that, it is a good day today. I've been climbing since I left the creek bed this morning. I should be nearing the top in another, I think it said 2 miles, and then I'll have some downhill. It'll be sort of like yesterday. Yesterday, it was full of ups and downs. And so I think today it may be more up, which is ironic because I'm moving down to the Mojave. So I don't know what that's all about, but it'll be ups and downs today as well. And so I plan on hiking, if I can, 17 miles, 16, 17. I want to at least do 16. That will be halfway to Hiker Town, and then that will leave me 16 miles or 15, depending on how many I do, tomorrow to hike into Hiker Town. Hiker Town will be my resupply location as well as my last stop before I enter into the Mojave Desert and walk the LA Aqueduct. But I don't think it's going to be too bad. Tomorrow, they're calling for rain later in the day, like around noon. So I hope to get up and get an early start. That way I can get most of the miles behind me tomorrow. I'm not too worried about hiking in the rain. As long as there's not lightning, I'm pretty good. I have an umbrella, I have a rain jacket, have a rain wrap. I'm pretty much set for that. I'm used to hiking out east. And so out east, if you don't know, there's a lot of rain. And so I'm accustomed to that. The year I did the Appalachian Trail, they said it was the wettest year in 70 years. That was in 23. And if you remember in 23, that is when the West Coast got dumped on by a bunch of snow. And so it was a very wet year for everybody. But other than that, like I said, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful weather, beautiful views, and so I'm just gonna enjoy this beautiful trail. So with all that said, I will talk to you again soon from the trail. Goodbye. Here we go again. Looks like an old burn. Nothing too much to worry about. Thank goodness. 500 miles. Woohoo! Good evening. It's just a little bit after 5 o'clock. I'm approximately 17.3 miles in for the day. I'm coming up on my campground, probably another half mile or so. It's been a good day, and so it's been a little windy. However, besides that, it's been nice. A lot of great views. Ups and downs have been pretty even, and so that helps work the leg muscles in both directions, I guess you could say. I just got done getting some water from a concrete holding tank. It was delicious water. I'm just saying, it was nice and cold, just what I needed. And so, like I said, it's been a good day. I passed 500 miles. I am now 500 miles in to my Pacific Crest Trail through hike. I've been playing leapfrog with a gentleman from Japan. I don't know his name. He doesn't speak very much English, and I don't speak any Japanese. So, but we say hi and we try to communicate with one another. And so he's doing good and I'm doing good, and that's about all we can get out. But he may show up at camp tonight. I'm not sure if he's planning on pushing as many miles as I'm pushing today. I'm trying to get, as stated before, to Hikertown tomorrow, which will be another 15 miles from where I'm camping. And so I hope to get up early tomorrow, hit the trail, and try to get there at a decent time. That way I have time to resupply and do all that good stuff. I plan on not staying there very long, just one night, and then I'll be heading out on the LA Aqueduct tomorrow. And so, tonight I plan on resting, rehydrating, and refuel, because I am hungry. I guess you can say hiker hunger has officially kicked in. But with all that said, I will talk to you tomorrow from the trail. Good night. Good morning. It is almost 8 o'clock. I just got on the trail probably 20 minutes ago or so. I'm just cruising at the moment, heading downhill. It will be down the mountain most of the day, opposed to yesterday, which was up the mountain most of the day. And so it is pretty cloudy off in the distance, as you can tell. They're calling for rain at around noon, at least the last time I checked. It's supposed to rain a couple hours. As long as it's not lightning, I'm good. And so if it starts lightning, I guess I'm gonna have to hunker down somewhere and wait till it finishes. But I am the only one on trail, at least that I've encountered. I haven't encountered anyone else yet. The gentleman from Japan never showed up, so he must have stopped early. That's okay. But I plan on hiking just a little over 14 miles. I think it's about 14 and a half miles to Hikertown. It is there. I'll resupply and hopefully reunite with my buddy, Wizard. He informed me last night that he was taking a zero there at Hikertown, so he may be there when I arrive. And so we'll see. If he leaves early, that's all right too. And so, but it'd be nice to catch up with him and see him again. He's a pretty cool guy. But I'm just going to keep pushing on, try to beat the raindrops as much as possible, and enjoy the day. So with all that said, I will talk to you again soon from the trail. Goodbye. Good afternoon. It is about 2 o'clock. I just made it to Hiker Town. I'm going to be staying in the casino. The building, it's called the casino. So got a bunch of movie posters on the wall. Even got a little slot machine over there in the corner if I'm feeling lucky. But it was a good day. It started sprinkling around 9 o'clock and went off and on all day. But other than that, it was a nice walk, a good view from the top of the mountain as I'm coming down. Got to see the desert and where I was going. And so it was just a nice day. And so I am here, as stated, I'm here at Hiker Town. Bob is the caretaker. He's going to run me into town shortly. It's about 4 miles away. That way I could resupply on food. Also, I'm here with a Burnout and Staff is their name. When I arrived, I expected to see Wizard, as stated earlier. However, he is not here. And so he must have decided to go ahead and move on. And so hopefully I'll be able to catch up with him in the next few days, or at least until I reach the next town. Then I will be taking a zero in town, and Tehachapi is the name of the town, and getting ready to make my way to Kennedy Meadows. For those of you who don't know, Kennedy Meadows is the gateway into the Sierras, you can say. It is one of the last stops, if not the last stop, before you enter into the Sierra Mountains. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being done with the desert. It's been great, but I'm ready for the next map, the next part of the trail. And I'm just gonna, as stated, just gonna hang out, enjoy myself, enjoy my company, and enjoy Hiker Town. So with all that said, I will talk to you again soon from the trail. Good night.